And Manchester United is back with a bang. I wish I could have said that, but as usual, the horrific start of this season. Oh my god. Come on, yaar. We were so hyped up about this new season under Carrick, especially after the last season that we saw, the second half of the season which we saw under him. And again, United never failed to disappoint us with such a poor start. And clearly, we can see that the match fitness is extremely lacking among the players, and they were not physically matching with the opponents, which was Hull City and the newly promoted side, and also they are being considered as the weakest of the newly promoted side. So it was a horrible performance. Nothing new against our away teams. We have been really pathetic, but under Carrick we were managing to secure a draw and getting some points. But yesterday, I think Hull City were really pumped up, and I think this was their first victory against Manchester United in their history at their home, and I think in their history. So I think it is against away and including their home. It was their first victory. Oh my god, yeah! Every time a new manager comes in, we just destroy our legacy, and some past good record is demolished like anything. But I was very hopeful under Carrick. Even this incomings this time, the players that United signed in the midfield basically, Andrey Santos, this guy, and Youri Tielemans, experienced player of the Premier League. Actually, I was not very satisfied with the signings, but I thought that they were okay shining. Like they could play in the moments, and like. But I knew that the absence of Casemiro will be dearly missed, and we saw that when we conceded 2 goals in the set pieces. We even lacked his presence when we were attacking with our set pieces with our corners that we got. So yeah, Casemiro was dearly missed, I would say. And see, we lacked the both. I was just wondering with both our central midfielders, Tielemans and Santos, that like you can clearly see that they are not physically built like a huge guys like Caicedo or Declan Rice. Even Elliot and Nelson is tall enough, but Casemiro had that build, to dominate physically, and that's why he used to score so many goals with his headers and even defend our corners. So I saw that thing, and when I thought that who can replace them to give that physicality in the match, and then we had Kobbie Mainoo, which you can clearly see is not, he's technically very good, ball composure and everything, but the physical presence is lacking in the midfield, I believe. And that's why I think the signing of Carlos Baleba from Brighton, maybe, I'm just hoping that he could bring some physicality to win the duels, win some headers, and bully the players, bully opponents. And I personally want him to use as a deep lying defending midfielder. I don't want any bullshit with him to go and make forward runs and get in the box for scoring headers. Like I literally want a safety net. I personally want Carrick to use him as a like a role which Makelele used to play, and some other good defensive midfielders back in the days, because that defense line of our needs a really solid backing as a defensive midfielder, because we are getting not outnumbered, but physically we are not there. We cannot even track back with the pace in the midfield, and completely getting outplayed in the midfield and just pouring numbers in attack. So yeah, physicality is the issue. I think Baleba might uh, help us overcome, but I think it will add some extra pressure to Baleba also, because you see, now the United fans are hoping, are hoping to just make it work out of him, and so the expectations are really high on him now after the performance we saw yesterday. And I know these two midfielders are good, and the forward breaking passes of vertical passes of Andrey Santos, I really loved that during the preseason. But you can clearly look at his shape and look at his body. He's clearly out of shape. Like if I remember the pics I see of him during his days at the Chelsea, and now how he is looking, he's completely off. His body shape is not there, and even Tielemans. And one clip of Tielemans is also going viral on the net, where he is talking with Rio Ferdinand and saying that we usually do the ball work and do not focus much on the physicality, the training of body, the training part where they put extra load on their body during the preseason, and that thing is clearly very surprising when you see their performance. They're lacking in intensity, and he's only talking about the ball work they did during the preseason. So yeah, this is the issue. I think the team, because you see the possession was I think nearly 70% in the second half, or I think it was overall. So yeah, the United kept the ball, and basically in the second half they really dominated the possession, but it was because Hull City got the lead in the 2-goal lead in the first half, so they prefer to sit back and then defend. And also they changed their formation. Bruno mentioned that in his post-match interview that Hull City was playing with back four during their preseason, but they changed it yesterday as a back five, and I think they got clever. The manager was very clever of Hull City, because I think he watched the match of United against AC Milan, because Ruben Amorim, our ex-manager, was playing there, and he also played with back five, and you could see that how United struggled to create something or be more fluid with their attack against the back five defense line. So clearly Hull City used that, and also they exploited our physical strength in the set pieces. 2 goals were like, and I also don't want to go in this so early in the first match only to pick point and pick one player. And Dorgu was clearly struggling in the first half with his touches were way off. One or two chances that I'm not saying that they were clear chances, but like crosses in the first half, I don't know why it was all falling on his foot only, on towards him only, the crosses. So yeah, it was clear that Dorgu could have done better, but the whole team as an organization we lacked yesterday to produce some clear chances. And only one chance that I remembered was in the second half when Benjamin Sesko came, and we started to play some long balls, and he won a header, which the ball was collected by Cunha, and then Cunha played a really good through ball, and Mbeumo then took a shot from his weaker foot, and it was something they created out of like literally nothing by winning the ball from Sesko. And Rashford also came. Rashford put some 2-3 dangerous crosses, I believe. Sesko in particularly in one instance of the crossing by Rashford, he could have done better. Could have, he didn't even reach to the ball. Like it was a clear, like he was not even bullied or not even physically contacted by the opposition defender. So I thought that one chance he could have, I mean literally could have just hit the ball with his head at least. So he missed that chance, and then Shea Lacey also came, yes, right at the very end. But I felt that we have struggled, like Manchester United have struggled with the team who prefer to sit back and defend after taking the lead. So yeah, this was the case against the teams at the away end, especially when we played under Carrick in the second half also. So that was nothing new, and this has got to do with our lack of creativity. And I remember when we substituted Tielemans in at the I think 80th minute, when or before 80th minute, I cannot remember exactly, but Carrick switched to Bruno in the deep lying midfield to then pairing him with Mainoo to create something from the deep, because I think then we do not also have the defensive midfielder who could then do the job. So yeah, that was the only chance, and I think we lacked Ahmad also yesterday, because Ahmad was, I think he got some knock, so he wasn't also available. And defensively, I think Eden Heaven is also not looking sharp here. And actually, not every player was able to run, and I think Luke Shaw he was great at playing as a centre back, I feel now, because he has lost his legs. The running he used to do as a left back during his earlier days, I feel like his legs are now gone. So, but I am not saying that he's a bad defender, but he's a really good defender. I think that the transformation which he had under Ruben Amorim, when he started to play him as a left centre back in the back three formation, and under Carrick also he played as a left back when we had injuries for Martinez, and many players were injured. So he also filled that role But yesterday he played Aiden Heaven and shifted Luke Shaw to the left back position, and I thought that he is not able to run like those times when he was young. Clearly, we lacked there, and I don't know, Mazraoui, when he plays for Morocco, he's so damn good. Yeah, plays with such ferocity, such vigor, and such aggressiveness. I think I don't know what happens to him when he plays for United. I cannot even say that it's because of the physicality or something, because Morocco played against so many good teams in the World Cup. In the later stages they played some good teams, and France and also. So I don't know where he's such a threatening player against opponents when he plays for Morocco. But when he comes to United, I think he plays really safe. Like, I want to keep myself fit and safe from the tackles and do not go ferociously into the tackles. I think he plays with this mindset to protect himself and not get injured for longer duration. This fear in him, I think he does do not press enough, or doesn't just go with that intensity that he plays for Monaco. And nothing much to say about Rashford. Also, we couldn't create much. Bruno lagged many things, but I think for Michael Carrick, I would say that why they are trusting so much on Dorgu to play as a left forward, left wing player, because I think it is not something like we do not have players to play from the left wing. Like Rashford can play, as he has now returned, and Cunha also played under him from the left side. So I am not sure why Carrick is adamant to make him as a left wing player when he can use him as a left back. Because yesterday I felt that Luke Shaw could have come off like Mazraoui came off after he introduced Diallo in that right wing. So I felt that Luke Shaw now don't have that legs to play 90 minutes, and that too now we are playing Champions League, so 2 matches in a week. I mean, he should focus on keeping Dorgu as the left back player, not creatively in the attacking options. I know he can score some worldies and he produces goals, but when we have players like Shea Lacey, Aman, who, I mean they also are also left-footed players only, like Dorgu. So why not introduce them in the left side? I think I not think it is clearly that they are not these two players, left-footed players. They do not have their left side as their preferred option, but when you do not have many right-footed players there, and you have filled your team with left-footed players only, Dorgu, Ahmad, Mbeumo, three left-footed wingers, so they can be used over Dorgu, I believe, from the left side only, because Dorgu is also left-footed only. Because this Shea Lacey, Mbeumo and Ahmad, I know that they have this tendency, and their playmaking is such that they want to cut inside with their left foot and then deliver the ball, and then also shoot from their edge of the box after cutting inside. Like, they do not want to cross like a direct crosses from the left wing that Ryan Giggs used to play and that David Beckham used to play from the right wing. These type of players who could cross like this. Only Luke Shaw does this for us from the left channel, who can cross like this, and Diallo also crosses, but his crosses are not that great from the right side. So yeah, I think he should stick to the left back position, Dorgu. And now that more attacking option is there for him to pick from Shea Lacey and Rashford this season, he can do that, and even he can shift Cunha to the left side also, because he played under Amorim. Also, he played as a left center forward. So yeah, this was my thoughts about the game, and the disappointment, the like the excitement that I had here for this season. And I know that even after I think signing of this Baleba, I think he's injured for long, and he will miss this September, I guess. He will be back in mid-September. So yeah, let's see now what tactical changes Michael Carrick brings. The real test of Michael Carrick begins now, yeah, really.